mash with your hands, get it in the hands, and then it goes in the fryer like a big old bomb. I don't think it's gonna explode. Hello, and welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams become food. I can't exactly explain it, but I feel like the people who can eat a chicken wing in one fell swoop are like the people that say they're really into spoken word poetry, but they're actually just reciting Regina Spektor lyrics. They made a statue of us, and they put it on a mountain. We all hung out at coffee shops in college. I actually did spoken word in college, and it wasn't Regina Spektor lyrics, but it was derivative of some other. That was a weird time for me. Anyways, what I'm saying is we are making mac and cheese chicken wings. This is something that we made for GMM a long time ago. It is still one of the greatest things to come out of Mythical Kitchen. I don't know how we haven't given you the recipe yet, but that ends today. The buck stops with me. The buck stops with me. We've broken the recipe down to 3 easy steps. You can snag the time codes right there. We also got a full written recipe down in the description. Go searching. I bet you won't like what you find. Let's get cooking. Come closer. Yeah, just come closer. We gotta talk about what a mac and cheese wing is, because I said that's what I was gonna make, and you have roughly no context for what that might be. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take these chicken wings, we are going to season them, we're gonna oil blanch them to get the fat rendered, and then we're gonna create a mac and cheese batter. We're gonna take a nice cheesy batter, and then we're gonna crust that in macaroni, deep fry it so the macaroni gets really crispy, and then douse it in a cheddar buffalo sauce. You might be asking, I like mac and cheese, I like wings. Should I just keep those separate? No! Take all the things you love and then mash them into one large garbage can and then feed it the trough of life like a hungry raccoon. That's what it's all about. So what I'm gonna do now is go like and subscribe to Trevor's podcast, Trevor Talks Too Much, because it's a great podcast. We're very proud of you. And you talk to...
Josh, I've been meaning to tell you, so yesterday I was at the grocery store and then I was like, oh my God, I saw macaroni noodles and I was like, Josh made a macaroni and cheese wing. And then so I went to go
If you don't subscribe to it, Trevor's gonna keep talking, so can you just go to the place that we put him in a corner, we call it Trevor's Talking Corner, and just give him a microphone. I didn't know it was plugged into anything, but it turns out someone was recording it, and now there's a podcast that exists. Go find it on wherever you get your podcast. So we got our spice blend here. You could use any prepackaged spice mix. This is just like a taste good powder to put on your food. So we got salt, we got black pepper, we got white pepper, we got paprika, we got a little bit of garlic, and we're just gonna go in there and massage in with our hands. We're just gonna fry these off to get the skin rendering. And now we can talk about our favorite spoken word performances of all time. What are yours? Okay, I'll go first. So number 3, probably, let's say Guante's 10 responses to the phrase man up. If you're a big fan of Guante, does good work. Number 2, we'll go Swelter by Kate Rakowski out of Minneapolis. She's a delight. And then the number 1 spot, always a soft spot for Anis Mojgani for those who can still ride in airplanes for the first time.
The one from 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, that's a good one, Trevor. Anyways, so we're just gonna go ahead and mash some of the spices in here, and then we're just going to gingerly drop them into our deep fryer. We're gonna take these all the way, because we're gonna eventually like flash fry them covered in a batter. You know, this is great for any sort of parties you might have, baby showers. Don't put them in the actual baby shower because they'll get wet. And you don't want that because the wings are supposed to be crispy. So when they go into the baby shower, you know, they tend to kind of get steamed up. The babies do love this. I don't know what a baby shower is. Ding, chicken wings are done. All right, we're just gonna take these and we're gonna remove them. Ooh, these are looking nice and crispy, nice and wingy. They look like they came from a chicken. They got little dust on the outside. And now, if you're someone that plays by the rules, you can go ahead and just like eat these normal, put some sauce on them. You don't play by the rules, do you? No, you're a loose cannon, you're a maverick. You don't care what someone tells you what to do. You're gonna do what you wanna do anyways. But that's what makes you such a GD good mall security guard. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna make a batter and then we're gonna fry these. What you gotta do for the next step of the recipe is get yourself about 100 small little bowls. That way you can put all the ingredients in small little bowls. Then once you have the small little bowls, you can start dumping them into a bigger bowl. So you're also gonna need to buy I'm just gonna start doing it. So we got flour right here. We're making like a cheesy pancake-ish-esque, pancake-esque. Ooh, that sounds elegant. We're gonna make it, look at me doing spoken word. We're gonna do a nice little pancake-esque batter right here that we're gonna batter the chicken wings in. So I'm just adding a little bit of baking powder to the flour. Start with your dries, then you whisk them, then you add your wets. We're gonna add some salt. We're gonna add some black pepper in there, just like a little bit of sugar just to get some nice browning on it. And then cheddar powder. This is fun, it's fun, right? You should start cooking with cheddar powder. You can get it on Amazon. It's just, it's the basis of most of our cooking. It's like, you know, you have an Indian recipe like ginger garlic is gonna be one of the best. For us, it's cheddar powder. So yeah, we're gonna dump a bunch of that in there. It's gonna make it violently orange when you batter our chicken wings. And again, babies in showers love violently orange battered chicken wings. You guys wanna hear some fun story time with Josh about chicken wings?
Yeah.
So there's a Wingstop next to my middle school. This is when Wingstop was like kind of new. And then I'm gonna add in my milk and egg and melted butter here. And Wingstop was kind of new, and they had 25-cent Wing Wednesday. And I went and I told my friends I'm gonna eat 50 chicken wings. And then I ate all of them and I felt really sick. And then they went, no one asked you to do that, we're not impressed. Shh. Hold on, no. There it is, and now look, just the same as if I didn't completely mess that up. Also, can I get like a more liquid? So we got this batter mixed up. You could just make pancakes with it. That would be a pretty nice time for you. But hey, what if instead of doing that, we did what Wingstop didn't have the gall to do, what Troy Aikman never would do. He franchised a bunch of Wingstops and makes local commercials for them. If you didn't know that about Troy Aikman. Also, UCLA quarterback, go Bruins. What am I talking? I've completely lost my train of thought. Let's start the episode over. My jort's got a bunch of extra strings today that are hanging down. I need to saw them off with a butter knife. Oh, you're still there. Hey, we're making cheddar buffalo sauce. That's like, it's not cheddar that's been made from a buffalo. Shoot. Frank's Red Hot makes a really fantastic pre-made buffalo sauce. Honestly, it's like about as good as anything you can make from scratch unless you got a recipe that you personally love. So we're just gonna dump that, get it heating in a little pot right there, and then we're gonna start adding some other stuff to it. I'm gonna add some butter to it. You don't wanna scorch it though, because the butter can separate. Then we're gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire for some punch, and we're gonna add some cheddar powder for some zing. We're gonna add a little bit of cream for some mirth, and then we'll save the cheese for later. We also got a little bit of cornstarch celery to tighten it up. We're just gonna wait for that to get up to temp. And in the meantime, I realized that I casually dropped that I did perform a spoken word poem once at a coffee shop in college, and I realized that I remember a solid part of it, and I'm gonna perform that for you. And it's gonna be very cringy, because I started cringing myself thinking about it. Hold on, wait, I gotta get back in the mode. It was about toxic masculinity, and I was inspired because my teammate at the time called me the B word for putting red wine vinaigrette on my salad, insisting it wasn't a masculine salad dressing. He used blue cheese, because that's for boys, but hold on. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, I was so nervous at the Bruin Den coffee shop or whatever. Oh, it was embarrassing. Okay, hold on. We treat slurs like bullets and praise like band-aids. They say the game is 0 for some, but it only adds up to 0 for some, as most of us are left deficient. Wait. We treat slurs like bullets and praise like band-aids. They say the game is 0 some, but it only adds up to 0 for some, as most of us are left in a deficit, praise deficient and slur-beaten, blood-beaming rays of moonlit aggression. And I thought that went hard at the time. You know what? I still stand by it. I still say yes, snaps all around for Josh. Thank you, I'm very vulnerable. And I love red wine vinaigrette. Now I've switched to sherry vinaigrette. Do you think that's manly? All right, so, what's up? I love how I got called like what is ultimately a misogynistic slur for not being manly enough, and my response to it was, I'm gonna go write a poem. And you know what? That's a healthy way to process your emotions. I'm gonna toss in some cheese into the buffalo sauce. And then other cheese. We got yellow and white. That is Monterey Jack and cheddar. We're trying to go for like, I spilled again. You know, we want to get that kind of hybridization between a buffalo sauce and a nacho cheese. And we are getting there. This needs a couple minutes to thicken. Oh God, none of you have written a spoken word poem. Would you like to right now? Chris did? Oh. Sauce is done. This looks really good. It's gonna look good. If it's a little grainy, go ahead and add a little bit of cornstarch slurry in there. The starch is gonna bind the cheese a little bit. And then, yeah, now it's looking nice and silken and velvety. Hold on. You gotta double spoon it. This is the music that I want with my spoken word poem. The banging of pots, pots banging me. No. Ooh! Oh, that's really good. Ooh, it's so, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like you took the seasoning powder from a blazing buffalo cheddar Lay's potato chip and you just made a bisque out of it. It's a delight. So, I sauce these up, and now we get to fry chicken wings, part 2, Electric Boogaloo! Now is the time in which we do not use our emotional vulnerability, but rather our sleight of hand. People think it's pronounced sleight of hand. It's sleight of hand. It's léger de main in French. God, I hate myself sometimes. All right, so we got our chicken wings that have been cooked. They've been cooled down so the batter doesn't cook when you drop them in. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use incredible hand speed, like Canelo Alvarez, to drop them through the batter and then get them into the noodles to get a nice crust on these. Fried pasta chips were a really big thing over on the TikTok. We were doing this way before those kids. Anyways, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Just get this kind of covered in batter, and then you gotta go fast and go, 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 go. Mash with your hands, get it in the hands, and then goes in the fryer like a big old bomb. I don't think it's gonna explode. That was a good technique? Yeah, it was great. All right, we start frying up some other wings. I'm a big flats guy, but you're a big drums person. We've posted a poll down in the comments. If you don't see the poll, go to all of our other videos, watch them all in full, and see if you can find a poll in those comments. So we're gonna start getting some more little Cody wings in there. Look at her, she's, oh shoot, oh crud. This is gorgeous. Oh God, just get it in there. Yeah, we'll drop one more. It's eventually just gonna be a big old mess, but you know, that's what cooking is. It's fun for the kids, you know, you go to the baby shower, they got a deep fryer, a bunch of toddlers walking around it, you know, kind of just make it, woo. There it is. All right, now we're, ooh. Oh, there's raw egg in there. Don't do that. Chicken wings been frying for about 5 minutes. I mean, this is looking excellent. I don't know what, if you were expecting them to look any different, this is about it. And if anyone criticizes me, I will write a spoken word poem about it. And boy, you will be devastated at how vulnerable it is. Wow, that one's looking good. There they are. We're gonna let them, ow, fudge and heck. They're a little hot right now, but this is it. This is our mac and cheese roasted chicken wing. All we gotta do now, we gotta let them rest for 10 minutes to get nice and cool. All right, they're done. And then we can just put them on a plate. They're still sizzling. Annalise, you're getting spork. These are gonna be real hot. And then we're just gonna take, yeah, some of our sauce and drizzle that all over. We've reached a snag, there it is. And just drizzle that. Gotta pump and dump sometimes, you know? All right, there we go. And simply garnish with a couple green onions on there, and that's all she wrote. Perfect for any baby shower coming up, any other type of communal shower where you got, you know, hungry mouths to feed in the shower. Take these here mac and cheese chicken wings with them. Or don't tell them that I told you to do that. It's gonna get me in trouble again. I'm gonna be banned from more baby showers. So here we go, mac and cheese crusted chicken wings. Now we eat it. Yeah, oh, the sauce is such a luscious, viscous consistency. Which side do I don't even know where the mac and cheese begins and the wing ends. I'm just gonna go in and hope I don't choke on a bone. That is a sensation of textures and flavors. Now you will not experience with any other dish. The crunchiness coming off of the macaroni is insane, but it still yields some of that noodle chew. And it's like a breaded Hooters wing. I only go there for the wings, I swear. Everyone, I heard we have a very special birthday girl in the house. It's birthday. You want to eat some chicken?
Yeah.
All right.
You're so messy.
I got sauce on the lens. Is that a problem?
Maybe.
Annalise is also the producer, so she's who I would actually ask even if she wasn't right here.
It looks like you mostly got it around it.
Yeah, shot's pretty clear still. All right, which one do you want? You want flat or drum?
Whichever one. Did you know that at baby showers they play this game where they make you sniff diapers that they've melted chocolate bars into to try and guess what the poop smells like, but it's chocolate bars?
That's literally the most upsetting thing I've ever heard in my entire life, and I say some weird stuff on this. I don't know how to do it. It's kind of dangly. Annalise, don't be scared. It's your birthday. You are a courageous woman.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's so good.
Right? Here, you can just hold it and eat it if you want. Ooh, that's for daddy.
Wait a second, it's so good.
I know, right?
Because it's like the saucy buffalo wings, but with more to chew through in a good way.
No, that's good, because the more you chew, the more flavor you get. It's like coating a chicken wing in gum.
And you cook the chicken just the right time, so it's still juicy in the middle. Wow.
It's a good dish. Would you make this for your baby shower? Would you put that in a diaper and make your friends smell it?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, thank you so much, Annalise. Happy birthday, really. I tried to make eye contact with you to like show that it was sincere and
Thanks.
not just for content.
No.
But now I'm gonna do the entire outro right to your eyes, Annalise. It's gonna be super weird. Thank you so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. Hit the bell, subscribe, get notifications on. That would really help the channel. Listen to me and Nicole's podcast, listen to Trevor's podcast. Also, follow us on Instagram. Don't look away, Annalise. Follow us on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen. That's on TikTok as well. Tag us under hashtag Dreams Become Food, just like Jenny Olsen did. Annalise, you know Jenny?
Yeah.
Jenny made the Doritos Locos calzone, and even though she's pretty self-deprecating about her own calzone making technique, we don't believe that. Jenny said that it was like the scene in Ratatouille where the mouse eats the strawberry and cheese together and fireworks went off in your mind. That's pretty rad. So what I'm saying is happy birthday, Annalise. Make some chicken wings. See y'all next time. You sloppy son of a biscuit. Get as messy as you want in your own kitchen when you have the Mythical Kitchen Towels. Available now at mythical.com.